So good morning everybody, you're all very welcome to your practice, your 7 a.m. practice, this move, breathe and stretch class. We've got about 25 minutes, 30 minutes or so of a class. It's suitable from beginners to advanced. In your yoga practice, take your options in your practice, in the poses. I'll give plenty of options throughout the practice and take the option that suits you. Now remember, not every option is available to everybody in every practice. Again, props we'll be using today, grab a block, or anything that resembles a block, books will do. We're going to get straight into it, sitting nice and tall. Sitting nice and tall, drawing your shoulders up towards your ears, draw them back and then draw them down. Turn your palms, your hands upward, thumb and index finger together. And close down your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just take this moment to arrive in your mat. Any thoughts of the morning already or the day to come? Let them go. Next 25 minutes or so is all about you, working with your yoga practice. Most importantly, improving your health and your well-being. So it's going to go pretty quick, so enjoy it while you're here. Slowly draw your awareness to your breath and observe your inhale and your exhale. Observe the rhythm of your breath. On your next inhale, you're going to fill your belly with air. Belly expands. Exhale, slowly release out through your nose. Inhale in through the nose. Belly fills with air. Exhale out through the nose. Inhale to the belly and in the rib cage. Exhale, slowly releasing. Rib cage, belly. Inhale to the belly, to the rib cage. And exhale from the rib cage to the belly. Inhale belly, rib cage and chest. Feel the chest expand. Exhale chest, rib cage and belly. Again, inhale to the belly, rib cage, chest. And exhale chest, rib cage and belly. And continue for 4 or 5 more rounds of sectional breathing or 3-part breath. So in yoga, we breathe in and out through our nose, so we control our breath. Control the prana. Prana is energy, life force. So at the moment we're awakening the energy inside. So nice smooth breath, matching your inhale with your exhale. This is the breath we're going to use throughout our practice to guide us in the practice. So just 1 or 2 more rounds of sectional breathing or 3-part breath. And allow your breath to come back to normal. Very slowly blink your eyes open and just gaze forward for a moment. Gaze at one point in front of you. Now place your hands into a prayer position, Anjali Mudra, thumbs touching your sternum. Interlace your fingers, take your hands up under your chin, raise your elbows up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin right into your chest and reach out through the palms of your hands. Inhale, reach your hands back up over your head. So you're going to reach them up and you're going to reach them back. Feel a nice stretch across your chest, in under your armpits. As you exhale, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms together, and then straighten your hands and draw your shoulders back. Keep squeezing your palms together. Take a deep breath here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, raise both hands back up over your head. Look up towards your hands if your neck allows. And exhale, bring your hands back into a prayer position, thumbs touching your sternum. Nicely done. Let's slowly make our way off to all fours. So on all fours, if you suffer from knee issues, find a blanket, or you can also double up your mat. All fours, shoulders are stacked over, wrist, knees, hip width in distance, and planting your feet into the mat. Let's work through a few rounds of cat and cow pose. So cat and cow pose, you're going to look forward, lift your sit bone, draw your belly button towards the mat. So tilt your pelvis forward, inhale. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin right into your chest into cat pose. Inhale, look forward, pelvis tilting forward, lifting the sit bones. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Continue to move with your breath. Inhale, cow pose, pelvis tilting forward, navel drawn towards the mat. Exhale, tailbone tucking, chin to chest. 2 more rounds. Inhale. So this is a great way to warm up your spine. Moving into cat and cow and that anterior and posterior tilt in your pelvis. Again, inhale. Helps lubricate the joints in the spine. Bringing more freedom in your spine. And then coming back to a neutral spine. From a neutral spine, I'm going to face the camera. Step your right leg out to the side of your mat and bring your hands up to your hips. Nicely done. Place your right hand, slide your right hand down along your right leg. Inhale, raise your left hand up over your head. And as you exhale, work it across your body. Try not to drop your left shoulder. Stay nice and open and reach. Feel a nice stretch along your side body. Opening your rib cage, creating that space in your side body. Take 2 more breaths here. This is known as Vrikasana gate pose. Nicely done. Slowly coming back out, place both hands out in front of you. Right foot draws in, step your left foot out to the side, and then bring your hands up to your hips. Slide your left hand down in your left leg, inhale, raise your right hand, and exhale, work it across your body. Gaze in and under your armpit. Continue to slide your left hand down along your leg. So we're stretching these intercostal muscles that are in between your ribcage. They help us to breathe. So every exhale, try and get a little bit deeper. So slide the left hand down a little bit more. Nicely done. Slowly coming back out to all fours. From all fours, we're going to make our way to our first downward dog. So to get to downward dog, just tuck your toes under, lift your knees off the mat, push your hands into the mat, lift your sit bones. And for your first downward dog, maybe walk it out, straighten one leg, bend one knee, and vice versa. Straighten the left leg, bend the right knee. So observing the tension you're feeling along the back of your legs in downward dog. So in our downward dog, we're looking to not leave the chest come forward too much. So we're going to push the hands into the mat, lift your bum high in the air. We're looking to, you could call it upside down V shape or A shape your body. As you work your heels back towards the mat, and draw your navel in, engage your core muscles, draw up through your pelvic floor muscles, and soften your gaze between your feet. Feel that nice stretch to the back of your body. If you're suffering from tight hamstrings, take a small bend in your knees. But notice as you bend your knees, your chest will want to come forward. Don't let it. Push your hands into the mat. Lift your sit bones. Take another breath here in downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands in towards your feet to the back of your mat. Then inhale to a halfway lift, fingertips to mat, or your hands to your shins. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. So as you fall forward, take your hands behind the back of your legs and draw the top of your head towards the mat. And let's hold our forward fold for a few moments. Grounding your feet into the mat. Shifting the weight off your heels a little bit. Keep your heels on the mat. Take 2 more breaths here. Scooping your navel in, engaging your leg muscles. Again, those of you that have tight hamstrings are probably up around here. So take a small bend in your knees and draw your chest in a little bit more. Take just 1 more breath here, Uttanasana, forward fold. Nicely done. Take your hands to your hips, tuck your chin right into your chest and slowly, very, very slowly, roll yourself up to a standing position and allow your head to come up last. Nice and slowly. Excellent. Let's move to the top of our mat. Let's move into Tarasana Pose at the top of your mat. So mountain pose, I have 2 options. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart, or your feet hip width in distance. We're going to move through a few rounds of Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar helps us warm up our body, gets the blood flowing. I would highly recommend it to be practiced every day, and you'll see a massive difference not only in your day but in your life. Okay, Tarasana Pose, hands to your side, ground your feet into the mat, engage your leg muscles. Again, we're firming up our rib cage, so navel is drawn in and up. Hands to your side, shoulders draw up towards your ears, back and down. Inhale to Urdhva Hastasana, tall mountain, reach your hands up towards the ceiling, look up towards your hands. Exhale, fall forward, we can swan dive forward, hands to the side, release your fingers back to your mat, draw the top of your head towards the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, lengthen your spine, lift your chest. Exhale, step back into a plank pose, left leg, right leg back to the back of the mat. Plank pose, push the mat away from you, firm your rib cage, firm your thigh muscles. If plank pose is too much for you, drop your knees. Exhale, drop your knees to the mat. We'll all do option 1 together for the first one. Drop your knees to the mat, bend your elbows and lower all the ways to your mat. Nicely done. Inhale to Cobra Pose. So slightly push your hands into the mat, draw your elbows in against your rib cage and look forward. So this is option 1 as we lower through Chaturanga Dandasana, moving into Cobra Pose. Now tuck your toes under and push back to our second downward dog. So downward dog we're going to use as a resting pose. It's quite an active resting pose, as you can see. So firming up your rib cage again, pushing that mat away from you, working your heels towards the mat. So again, we should feel a nice stretch along the back of your legs. And slightly tilt your pelvis forward. So that stretch moves from the calves, the hamstrings, glutes, right through your spine. Take one more breath here, downward dog, inhale, exhale. Look forward towards your hands, come right up on your tippy toes, bend your knees. From here you can walk, step or hop to the top of your mat. So you can walk your feet forward, step or hop. Inhale to a halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold forward. Root the rise, push your feet into the mat, take your hands to the side, bring your hands back up over your head as you inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands back through your center line. By your side, nicely done. Inhale, raise your hands, look up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale to look forward, lengthen. Exhale, step back, plank pose. Left leg, right leg. Inhale and plank. Exhale, you have your option to drop your knees, otherwise bend your elbows, lower all the way down or halfway down. Roll over your toes, inhale to Cobra Pose or Upper Dog. So Upper Dog and knees and hips are off the mat, deeper back bend. Exhale, push back into our Downward Dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, Downward Facing Dog. I'm going to take 5 breaths here in Downward Dog. So in this Downward Dog, feel like you're stretching your mat. Push the mat away from you as you work your heels back towards the mat. Just another breath here, inhale. Exhale. Transition to the top of your mat, look forward. Step, walk or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Root the rise, push your feet into the mat, take your hands to the side, bring your hands back up over your head, inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands back through your center line. By your side, nicely done. Let's do one more. Inhale, raise your hands, look up. Exhale, fold forward and down. Inhale to look forward, lengthen. Exhale, step back, left leg, right leg. Inhale and plank. Remember, you have your options to drop your knees. Exhale, lower to Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over your toes, bring your chest forward. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, into Downward Dog. We'll take 5 breaths in Downward Dog. So your drishti point is your gaze, and your gaze is between your feet. So gaze at one point between your feet. Check back in your breath. Is your breath consistent? Breathing in and out through your nose. So there's no yoga without a breath. It's merely just a workout. So matching the breath to the movement. Again, transition, look forward, come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, step, walk or hop, top of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Root the rise, push your feet into the mat, take your hands to the side, bring your hands back up over your head as you inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands into center line, and by your side, nicely done. Let's add a balanced posture. We're going to add tree pose, which is known as Vrikasana. Option 1, we're going to work on the left leg first. You can use a wall if you like. Option 1, spread your toes nice and wide of your left foot, ground it into the mat, engage your leg muscles. Right heel to your ankle. Option 1. Option 2, calf muscle. Option 3, above your knee joint. So never push into your knee joint. Pushing that right foot into the side of the left leg. Hands to prayer position. Thumbs touching your sternum. Soften your gaze again at one point. Engage your core muscles. Standing leg is strong. And then take your hands to the side if you have your balance. Remember, you can use a wall. Place your left hand or right hand on the wall. So balance postures are there to prove strength in the standing leg, improve your balance, help us cultivate mental clarity, stabilizing ankle, knee, hip joint. So many benefits. Keep your gaze soft at one point. Keep your breath consistent. Nicely done. Take your hands back into a prayer position and place your right knee back out in front of you first, and then place it back in the mat. Walk it out. Excellent. Opposite side. Right foot is grounded, toes spread nice and wide. Heel to ankle, calf muscle are above your knee joint. 3 options. Hands into prayer. Again, when you have your balance, take your hands up over your head. So like a tree, rooting your foot into the earth, into the ground. Have that connection with the ground. The big toe, the little toe, working hard on your balance. Holding 2 more breaths. Stick with it. Excellent. Take your hands into a prayer position. Draw your left knee back to the center and place it back in your mat and walk it out. Nicely done. Okay, moving through a few standing postures. We'll start off with Crescent Pose. Actually, we start off with low lunge and given an option to come to a high lunge. So from the top of your mat into Tarasana Pose, step your left leg back to the back of your mat, drop your left knee to the mat. Place your hands on your front knee, send your front knee forward, your front knee tracks over your ankle. Hands back to your hips and tilt your pelvis back. So we're tucking the tailbone, tilting the pelvis back. We should feel a nice stretch down on the front left hand side of your left leg. Hip flexors, quadriceps. Raise your hands. Corset your abdomen as you raise your hands. Draw it all in. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, place your hands on the mat, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Push your right foot into the mat, raise your hands. Inhale. Exhale, bend into your right knee another bit. So a little action with your feet if you're in this position. You can also do the same in option 1. Drum both in towards each other energetically. So right heel towards toes of the back foot, and toes of the back foot towards the right heel. So you're firing up the back of your right leg, the front of your left leg. Holding. 3, 2, 1. Let's twist the left hand forward, right hand back. Look back towards your right hand. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Take just another breath here now. Exhale. Swing your right hand forward, your left hand back. Ground your back heel into the mat. Warrior 2 pose. The heel of your front foot is aligned with the instep of your back foot. Bend into your front knee. Hands at shoulder height. And relax your shoulders. Looking out over your front middle finger. Making sure your front knee isn't falling inward. If it is, draw back. Use your quadriceps to do that. Straighten your front leg. Heel toe your back foot in a small bit. Now bring your right hand forward. Reach your right hand forward as far as you can. And then release your right hand to your shin. Place it inside your shin, or you can also place it on your prop. Inhale, raise your left hand. Utthita Trikonasana. This is a great pose to open the chest. Helps lengthen the hamstring muscles. Opens the chest. So triangle pose, what not to do is drop in the left shoulder. So we're looking to stay nice and open. Stacking shoulders. Maybe sliding the right hand down a little bit more, getting into the side body. Holding. 3. Good stuff. 2. And 1. Bending back into your right knee. You throw your back foot out a little bit again. Take your hands to your hips. Turn the toes of your right foot inward. That's to the side of your mat. Toes your left foot outward to the back of your mat. And then come right up on the ball of your back foot. So again, we have the option 1 on the ground. Option 2 is off the ground. Inhale to Crescent Pose at the back of our mat. Bending into the left knee. Moving towards our twist, bring your right hand forward and your left hand back. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, gaze out over your left shoulder. Lengthen as you inhale, exhale, twist. Holding for 3, 2, and 1. Swing your left hand forward and your right hand back. Nicely done. Come back to Warrior 2 pose. Bending into your front knee, hands are out shoulder height. Legs are firm in the mat, ground it. Straighten your front leg, heel toe your back foot in a small bit. Bring your left hand forward, reach it forward as far as you can, and then release it to your shin, or inside your shin, or again on your prop. Inhale, raise your right hand. Utthita Trikonasana. Nicely done. Bend back into your left knee. Make your way back to Warrior 2. Turn the toes of your left foot inward, that's the side of your mat. Toes of your right foot outward, the front of your mat. Back to Warrior 2, the front of your mat. From here, windmill your hands. Frame your front foot. Come right up on the ball of your back foot. Step your right leg back to meet your left leg. To plank pose. Holding plank pose, 5 breaths. Again, if plank pose too much, just drop your knees. Push them out away from you. Ribcage is firm, thigh muscles are firm. Try not to sink your hips. Try not to lift your hips too high. If this is happening, drop your knees. Take another breath here. Inhale before we wind it down. Nicely done. Exhale. Slowly lower all the way to your mat. Take a moment. Bring both hands out in front of you. Drop you forward to your hands. Take a moment. Nicely done. And we continue to wind it down. So from here, place your hands down by your side. Face the palms of your hands in towards the mat or towards the floor. Looking forward, walking away to Shalabhasana, locust pose. Inhale, lift your chest, your hands and your feet off the mat. And look forward. Shoulders are drawn back. If you're feeling any pinch in your neck, just tuck your chin in slightly. Keep the back of your neck long. So feel your back muscles warm up. Helps open the front of the body. 3 to 4 more breaths. You can interlace your fingers. Take your hands behind you, look forward. Excellent. Soften your glutes a little bit, so use more core muscles to come up. Soften your jaw. Smile. We're on the wind down. Good stuff. Remember, there's no better way to start your day than a yoga practice. Prepares us for the day, prepares us for the week. Helps us create space, not only in our body, but our mind. Nicely done. Place your hands in under your shoulders. Push your hands into the mat. Keep your knees as wide as your mat and sit back into a child's pose. Sit your bum back in your heels, hands forward. Take a brief moment here, releasing that tension in your spine before we finish with a twist. So coming back to all fours, swing your feet forward. Swing both feet out in front of you. Find your sit bones, those bony bits in your bum. Ground them into the mat. Your legs are straight, toes point up towards you. Bend your right knee. Take your right foot over your left knee and place it on the mat. Interlace your fingers outside your right knee and lift your chest. Lengthen. Place your right hand behind your back. Inhale, raise your left hand above your head. As you exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. So your hand can be straight. You can have a bend in your elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. You can also hug or hold your knee. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist, gaze out over your right shoulder. Lengthen and twist. We're going to take about 4 to 5 more breaths here in our twist. So twist helps us release tension in our spine, releasing trapped energy. Bringing more mobility to your spine. Just another breath, inhale. Exhale. Unwind. Release the cross in your legs. Bend your left knee. Place your left foot over your right foot. Interlace your fingers outside your left knee. Lift your chest. Lengthen. Left hand behind your back. Inhale, raise your right hand. Again, option 1, you can hug your knee. Option 2, right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Again, you're going to slightly push into your knee, but never force it. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. So we're just using it as a brace to help us in the twist. So hips are square to the front of the mat, and your shoulders are working on parallel to the side of your mat as much as you can. Excellent. Holding. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Unwind. Release the cross in your legs. Bend your knees and rock your knees side to side, one side to the other. Windshield wipers. So from one side to the other. Nicely done. So we've started with a seated position. We'll finish with a seated position. For me, in a seated position, I like to use a prop. So I use a block. So sitting on the edge of the block, or a book if you have it, even a pillow. Crossing your legs at the shins, allowing your knees to fall to the side. Sitting nice and tall. And just close down your eyes if you can, or softly close your eyes. Now there may be a few distractions around. Just take the next few moments to yourself. Let your practice go. Allow your body to soak up the benefits of your practice. Remembering you were the person who rolled out the mat this morning. Enjoy the feeling of wellness throughout your day, maybe moving into tomorrow. So eyes closed for a moment. You don't have to control your breath anymore. You can place your hands on your knees. And like I said, let your practice go. Relax your shoulders and sit tall. Place your hands into a prayer position, thumbs touch your sternum, Anjali Mudra. And we'll finish our practice this morning by saying Namaste to each other. So Namaste means, briefly, the good in me sees the good in you. Before we do that, take a deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale, side out through your mouth. Let it go. If you're holding any further intention inside, let it go. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. Bow your head to your hands. As always, a sign of gratitude. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed the practice. I know it's quite a lot to get in 25 minutes or so. Hope you've enjoyed the practice. If you've enjoyed the practice, let everybody know. Let them come and join us on Friday morning. We're doing the same on Friday morning. So we're going to continue this from Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So we'll all get through this together the next few weeks. Hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for joining me.